Okay, so we returned from our beach day, which was really nice. But something occurred to me on our way back, which is that I've never really shown you guys anything of where we live. So I decided to do that, but I did it with a drone. Okay, so basically you're looking right down on me as I am next to my apartment building. I live in that green building just to the left of where I'm standing. And then as we're going up, on the bottom left you can see the passenger ferries, where they drop passengers off on those docks. And then all of the red roofs that you see in that single block is the entirety of Wharfside Village, which is like a little shopping complex with bars and restaurants, shops, and then apartments in the upper levels. Now we're looking back towards the island, and you can see most of these buildings are just businesses, restaurants, and bars. You can see that big field there, and the building in front of it is where the school is. So it's the elementary and middle school with a police station across the street from it. You can see those blue cars there. Those are all the police vehicles. Far left-hand side is a place called the Lumber Yard. There's a few bars over there and mostly a bunch of different shops and businesses over there as well. Now we're looking straight down on the baseball field in the school, and we're kind of migrating towards the roundabout in the center of town. Kind of not really in the center of town, but from this roundabout, basically you can get anywhere on the island. The top left road goes up the center of the island. The two on the right go kind of towards the south shore, and two on the bottom and towards the left-hand side, those eventually lead to the North Shore Road, which goes to all the really famous beaches, and it's where most of the tourists head. Now we're kind of migrating back towards town. And then as you can see, that road goes all the way up center of the island. You can see resorts and complexes from this view. At the top left hill, that was Sierra Noosa, and then as we turn, we're looking at the car barges. So this is where if you were to take a vehicle from St. Thomas to St. John or vice versa, this is where you would load and unload your vehicle on these big barges over here. There's a big shopping center right there, that big white building. Now we're looking back out across town and out towards the ocean. That's Cruz Bay, and then off to the right hand side of Cruz Bay is like the National Park dock. So that's where a lot of boats will come in and pick up and drop off people who've chartered the boat, you know, whether it be fishing boats or just regular charter boats that go to the BVIs or to St. Thomas or whatever. Right now we're flying through kind of the heart of town. Like right below us is where all your major bars and restaurants are. I mean, there's just dozens of them kind of littered throughout town. There's another baseball field over here, apartment complexes, and then on the right-hand side with the red roofs, that's another shopping complex called Mongoose Junction. Straight down below is the National Park area, so that dock and everything where all those dinghies are. And then that road that leads up over that hill is the road that goes up to the North Shore for all those beaches. And then obviously as we look out across, that's St. Thomas and some of the other small islands in between. And now we're headed back over towards Wharfside Village, which is where I live. And that concludes our tour of Cruz Bay. It's kind of rough, but it works. All right, so you guys ready for this? Before, it's a little better. I mean, slight improvement.